pull this country down because you're taking the only voice that was telling the whole truth and everything. I spent a lot of time with Pete. I never heard him call the FBI and tell him Dabu 7 was doing this, Vin Eastwood was doing this, Suzanne Poles was doing it. He let y'all have your voice, and he rode with it. Now y'all are going to try to hold him down so he can't make bail and call him FBI informant. And I'm sure if he gets out tomorrow, you'll say, oh yeah, he got special treatment. Well, I was in the courtroom, and he's not getting special treatment. Excuse me. Now I'd like to speak to David Ward in Burns, Oregon, and Judge Nasty. David Ward, I came back here to see you about a little over 2 months ago about the Howmans, and you told me you was going to check and make sure everything was right and that they got convicted and it was correct. Well, you didn't check on nothing. And David, I'm going to tell you how the FBI gets you to give up your power like you did. They come to you and say, we're getting reports that your life is in danger. And you need to get us to have you surrounded with good people that'll take care of you. Then they tell you about your parents. They tell you about anybody you love. And next thing you know, you get a nail in the tire in the sidewall. Well, the FBI, this is one of their greatest tricks. It's called COINTELPRO. Look that up, David. And then they say, give us your power and we'll keep you safe. The same way they're doing to all American people. Now, David, I'm going to tell you, I was asked by some of the townspeople that you're a good man. I don't have no doubt you're a good man. And the people that asked me that, I asked them, if you hired me in your business to do my job and I didn't do it, what would you do? They said, well, we'd fire you. You need to be fired, David Ward. And so does Judge Nasty. He actually needs to go to jail. So, and this ain't over, David. You gave up your power, David. You didn't protect the people of Burns. And I'm sure maybe they promised you a better job on down the road. You know what, David, when you meet your maker, it doesn't matter what job you had or how much money they let you make. So that's what I got to say. It's all called COINTELPRO. So you go look it up, David, and see what they did to you. They put fear in you just because you couldn't stand up to it, and you bowed under pressure. Yes, I understand you're new on the job, but you need to get things straight. Thank you. This is Jim and Ken. Some people call me Orange Hat Man. Call me anything but late for dinner. And yes, do keep Pete Santelli in your hearts and minds and your prayers, and also financial support. This is not cheap. Well, I've seen so much money being spent up here, and people think that Pete's. I guess the next thing is that Pete probably made $500,000. I'm telling you, he didn't. And Deb's going to need money here to get back home on it. Whether Pete gets out or not, I sure hope he does tomorrow. I'm going to Utah. I'll be leaving here later today to go see Lavoie.
It's all right, Kenny.
I knew him very well.
It's okay, Kenny.
And thank you.
Okay, I will too, yeah. If you want, I don't care what happens.
Okay, Staff Sergeant Moe is here with me. I'm in her hotel room. Like I told you guys before, Danny McPherson is going to be joining us starting tomorrow night, and we're going to be pushing out a lot more content than we have been. So get ready, because we're going to tell it like it is, whether you like it or not. We're going to tell the truth about what's happening here, and we're going to start pushing back against some of the bullshit that is being said out there that is based on nothing but innuendo and rumor and personal perspective, which it couldn't be any more skewed from these people. They're doing it to hurt Pete Santilli. They're not helping anybody. They're not helping the people up on the refuge. They're not helping at all. So we're starting to regroup. We're starting to lick our wounds and get over it. And we are going to be coming out full force. So get ready for it, because this story is anything but over. Okay, with me right now I have Staff Sergeant Moe. She's been my rock the last couple of days, helping us instead of hindering us. She has lifted us up. She has promised not to leave us abandoned, and not to leave the people that are still up there abandoned. We're working very hard in the background, gathering information, keeping an eye on them, sending out notices, asking still for the FBI to please stand down. Please do not hurt these people. Give them a chance to come out on their own. Please do not go in there and hurt anybody. So I know that some of you are believing the rhetoric that's going out about the 3%ers and Brandon Curtis. Please don't believe that. He is working so hard in the background, begging them, pleading with them to please not hurt anybody, give them a chance, and he's still trying. Everybody is trying. We're doing the best that we can. Right now, we're in Portland. We have to be here for these court hearings. We have to get Pete Santilli released, and so that I don't even know. Who knows what they're going to do to him? What kind of restrictions he's going to have? We don't know yet. So here's Staff Sergeant Mo. She has something to tell you guys this morning.
I apologize for my appearance. I haven't had a chance yet, but you know what? What they are doing to Pete Santilli is they are attacking the First Amendment. And those that are speaking against Pete Santilli with conjecture, speculation at best, Google researchers, Google forensic scientists, Google detectives, you're adding to that. You're really not helping the situation. Let me tell you something. You're quarterbacking. Those that are interested in doing that, you're just simply quarterbacking, and you're not quarterbacking very well. You're not on the ground. And I can tell you, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, how incorrect some of the information I'm seeing floating around out there, not just about Pete Santilli, but about Blaine Cooper, about Ammon Bundy, about Lavoie's shooting, about every individual, Ryan Bundy, Ryan Payne, Jason Patrick, any of them. Not everybody's a damn FBI informant, but I'll tell you, when you see an FBI informant, it's going to be somebody that tells you the wrong version, and then the truth comes out, and we've seen that happen with Mark McConnell. I don't know at what point he was working with them and for how long, but I do know this. When he came out, he said some things that were inaccurate. He's admitted that they were inaccurate, that his perception may have been wrong, and he's apologized for it. That's great that he retracted. But there you go. There you have it. That was so off-colored. That was so off and wrong, so far from and removed from the truth of what the conversation Shawna Cox had with him. And we have two witnesses that collaborate together perfectly, and that's Shawna Cox and that's Victoria Sharp. I just want to say the truth is there right before you, and it's clear, and it's obvious, and with common sense, there's no problem seeing it. It's right there. We're putting the information out. You've got videos. You have live stream constantly from Pete Santilli. You have live stream coming to you from Deb Jordan as often as she can. And like she said, that's going to increase. So we are going to fight back and push back. I'm looking at Pete's camera here. It's no longer on its stick like it was. And what I see on there right now is a bumper sticker for Harney County Strong. As you're looking at me, I'm looking at Harney County Strong. Harney County, I want to address this to all of you. You do have division there, but that division is old, and it's been there a long time, and you have one common enemy. You have one thing in common that all of you have said over and over. Every time I've spoken to a Harney County local that still lives in Harney County, that understands things, one thing, whether they oppose my views or the views of my friends, one thing that they have in common that remains is the government toxicity, the government oppression, the BLM agencies and what was done wrong, and the Hammonds. The one thing they all have in common is that the Hammonds were provided an injustice. An injustice was thrusted on them and conducted in such a way they are still in prison. So that's not over, Harney County. While we fight for Pete and all the other prisoners that spoke on behalf of many Americans, not just Harney County, but many, because here's the problem. In Harney County, there is a systemic issue throughout the county with BLM for the ranchers. But that problem does not stop in Harney County. That problem is spread through this country systemically.